Hey, YouTube, doing a sort of installation video on this proprietary specialized stem accessory mount kit. I picked it up at a local bike shop for about 50 bucks, so I figured I would go ahead and talk about it a little bit, put it together, install it on the bike. I'll do a little video of it on the bike at the end so you guys can kind of see the way it all looks when it's hooked up. I think the interesting part in this is that it's a nice little out front mount, and it's this little component right here fits directly on top of the handlebars behind the stem. There's the hole, and then this out front mount fits directly on top on the outside, and then it there's a screw that goes in the back here. So I've never installed this, but when I went to go look on YouTube just to see if there was anything from a support perspective, or I didn't find anything. So I figured I would just go ahead and make a video and put it up there, for everybody else. So when you empty the contents of the package, there's a box, there's a bag inside of it. You get all these little adapters for different types of computer mounts. So it's got Garmin, Polar, Wahoo, a few other kinds, and then there's some light mounts here as well. These guys here, and then there's a couple rubber band thingies so that you can mount the light mounts. Then you got some little screws here, and so the way I figured I would do it is I'd go ahead and put it together, and I am running a Garmin, so I'm going to go ahead and pull the Garmin out here. I'm going to slide these guys out of the way. Forgive me if I don't nail this on the first try, but I think we should be able to get this going pretty quick. So we got this goes there, and then we got the Garmin mount goes right here. Perfect. Okay. So it takes a couple of little Allen screws here that fit right in there, and then this is I really can't even see it. It's written so small on this. Let's see if I can find it. Gosh, it's so tiny. I will see if I can link that in the description. I thought there was an etching on these. Yeah, there it is. 2 point. Boy. No, 2.5 millimeter. So this guy goes right on there. Quick twist, a couple times of that. I'm going to go ahead and do this loosely. Okay. So that's the top. That is where the Garmin bike computer goes. And then on the bottom is the mount for the GoPro. So I'm actually shooting this video with the GoPro, and I've been working with a GoPro here for a little bit. Really seem to like it. So these go on here. This goes on with it's like a 5 millimeter. hex screw. And a couple of twists. Comes with a little thread locker on here, so very sturdy seams. It's very sturdy. And this same bolt also works for this little side piece here, if you can see. When that comes out, ultimately the GoPro goes back in this thing, and this gets screwed back in. So I'm going to go ahead and keep tightening this down a little bit, tighten them evenly on both sides, and get it going. And once I install this, I'm going to go ahead and take it out for a ride and kind of shoot a little footage of it. Maybe put a little footage of the bike together. Just so you guys can get a sense of what it looks like when it's mounted and installed 100%. So that is that. I'm going to go ahead and stop the video, and I'll come back and we'll get the thing mounted up, and I'll do a quick tutorial on that, show you the finished product. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do a quick install. We've got 4 bolts here. Go ahead and use this 4mm wrench to remove those. And then I've got my Garmin mount here, which I need to go ahead and remove. Not sure which size this is. There we go. Alright, so go ahead and get this guy out of the way. Now obviously if you aren't using this particular mount, then you don't have to do this part and skip this step. But it takes a second. Garmin provides a pretty good mount, but I'm actually going to be putting this one on my gravel bike. So I'll probably do a review on that one too. Cannondale, that's pretty sweet, so I'll probably throw a review together on that one. So we'll start off with this right here. So one important component here, when you are reinstalling, you put the top on first, based on the recommendations from Specialized, and you get that all the way tightened down and cinched in. And then you go ahead and tighten down the bottom last. So go ahead and do that. So I'm just going to loosen these up independently. And that'll go ahead and start to fall. Very good. Take these off, don't lose the washers, super important. And this only takes a second, but so there's this front plate, and essentially what you're doing is you're removing this and taking this little guy right here and you're putting it just behind that plate. So it fits right in that little spot there. All right. And then it can adjust. Can move it up or down, and as you're putting all this back together, you can make those adjustments and get your mount just the way you like it. So I'm going to mock this up. I'm going to get everything kind of buttoned up a little bit, and then I will come back and show you how I adjust it. Okay, so this just took about 3 or 4 minutes, but I figured I'd save the time in the video. So first thing is we're tightening up the top all the way. Now the torque spec on this is 10 to 12 Newton meters, and that's based on Specialized website. Long story short, I think I'll go ahead and tighten everything down to specific spec a little bit later on. Most important piece is that you get everything centered up. You make any last minute adjustments. You can adjust the spacing this way. There are these little marks here which look like I think I got it pretty good. And then this piece here slides up and down, and that would change the pitch of or angle of the out front mount. I'm going to try to get mine as level as I can with the stem, but once you get everything sort of in line with where you like it, then you can go ahead and tighten everything down. So I'll go ahead and give this a couple quick twists. I already got the tops in a good spot. These 2 bolts go first again. And then we got bottoms. And the cool thing is once you get this even fully tightened down, you can give it a couple of twists and get it good and tight. But this piece will still move around until you put the thread in and it pulls it backwards, which is what tensions it. So it's nice to be able to make those adjustments without having to re-loosen everything up on the stem. So once you get this back and everything's in a good spot, you would then make the adjustments to this. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten everything down to spec, make sure my handlebars are in a perfect position, and then we'll come back and do the next piece. So I went ahead and just tightened these forward to back down to spec, just double checked these were 100% seated, and then made the final adjustments down at the bottom here. And the way you just make sure they're all the way in is you tighten them all the way in to spec. Then you would tighten these, and it leaves a little gap here. I don't know if that's for aesthetics or something else, but that's what the manufacturer recommends. Next piece is this bolt goes right through here, and I'll use this guy, 5mm, and we'll go ahead and install that. And that's basically going to go through and tension that out that way. Now, one thing I'm realizing is I went ahead and put together the mount for the GoPro here during earlier part of this video, but this particular one is probably not going to work with the Allen key. So I think what I can do is either remove this, and I would probably recommend taking this off, but it's only a few twists, so we'll just go ahead and make it work. Yeah. I'm actually going to go ahead and take this guy off. Just a few twists and get it out of the way, just to create some room when you're working on this. And then I'll go ahead and reinstall this from the bottom. So hopefully this saves some of you out there some time, and make sure install a little easier on this mounting kit. So we'll pop that right there. Now you can get the Allen wrench in long ways. It's not in the way. Go ahead and install here. Being careful not to cross thread this. And then all we're doing is adjusting the tension so we can move the mount up and down. Again, I'm going to try to take it all the way into a top position because I want it to be level, or as level as I can with my stem. Give it a few twisty twists. Oh, that goes on there really nicely. It's seamless. So go ahead and make sure it's all leveled out. Looks perfect. There you go. Oh yeah, it looks good. All right, and then we'll go ahead and put this thing back on. From underneath. Go ahead and do the back one first. Couple of quick twists. Drop the bolt. So bang. Now the vibrations from the road likely could loosen this up over time, and then this could drop. This is a metal mount on metal, so that could potentially loosen up over time, but I'm pretty sure that's why they put the thread locker on there, just to make sure it's in there right. Then you can go ahead and put your bike computer on there, the Garmin bike computer with the Garmin. Yep. Very good. Don't do what I did and put it on sideways or backwards or the wrong way. Oh boy. So I'll go ahead and flip this around real quick, and then we should be in business. And I'll go take it for another test ride. Yep. So I'll just take a second. This is what I get for putting it together on my desktop, not doing it. I actually don't know if there's a perfect way to do anything, but it'll just take a minute to adjust. So this comes off, quick flip that way. Ah, very nice. So hopefully all these little things sort of make some sense. And I'll go ahead and pull the camera over here once I get this tightened down, get the big computer back in place. Oh boy, need my coffee this morning. Yeah, there we go. All right, very cool. Throw that on there. There we go. So there's the finished product. Maybe some kind of close-ups of it on the bike. Again, this is going on an SL8, but I listed all the different bikes that this would work for. It looks seamless. So I'm actually shooting with my GoPro, so I'm not going to be able to put that on there, but it's just a simple bolt right here, an Allen key, and then you got all your extra doohickeys here if you you know, want to change different mount. If you change bike computers, you got all that stuff. So throw that in a shoebox somewhere or something like that. Again, that is the out front mount. Super seamless. Looks good. I'll probably do a review after I use it a little bit. Make sure it didn't loosen up. I'm also gonna do a review on my bike, by the way. That's my dog, Piper. Pipey, say hi to everybody. Okay. All right. Peace.